What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on this motherfucking YouTube shit. Wow, what the fuck?
What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on YouTube shit. Hey man, we are Little team, man. Turn to my figure. Straight here outside. Big crip in the gang showing outside shit, man. Free Palestine, free Congo, Russia, do your thing, and Texas stand the fuck up. Each day is a new day, be a better version of yourself. Never let somebody bring you down, always stay back. Never let somebody tell you who you are, but also never put yourself in a position you don't belong. Let's stay humble, let's get a revolution on this moment. Keep y'all right first. Coming to you as a black Hebrew Israelite. As a real Jew. We out here. Alright. Boom. Today, to my figure. Straight here outside. Big crip in the gang showing outside shit, man. Turn up, and the gang go, bruh. So in this video, man, we're gonna have two different stories. You know what I'm saying? I could have made it one whole story, but it was like the video we watched before. It kind of explained it all. You know what I'm saying? If we would have watched the other video behind it, it would have been like just a back, like yeah, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, but I feel like if we look at two different stories of like not the same particular events that happened, but it kind of break down how treacherous hood life is and street life is, bruh. It's like, you know, you want to live life, you want to do you, but at the same time, you got to always remember it's a jungle, it's a war. And hey, so we got Zayy Staccs. He just died recently. RP. He got shot like 15 times before, but then I guess he got into an altercation at this smoke shop and they blamed him. But he's only like 17, about to turn 18, one day before his birthday. And also, we got Ambri and O51MELLY. This first one from Memphis and this one from Chicago. Y'all know Chicago beef is crazy. So, she was but let's get straight into it, man. Cause I want to explain it, but like, I ain't got that much story. But like I said, man, it's tough out here on these streets, man. I always know that. Hey, it's always somebody around the corner who want to get that up. But let's get into it. Shout out to OG Jacario. The Memphis rapper Zayy Staccs was shot 15 times. So I'm probably gonna have two different videos in this bit. We're gonna talk about Memphis rapper Zayy Staccs, and then we're gonna talk about O51MELLY, the female who set O51MELLY up. So we're gonna try to put them two together in this video. But it's two different areas. But I try to make the videos long enough. So. We probably gonna have two videos in one, correct? I ain't never heard of them. I can't find them. That's all. I try to find some videos about them, but shit.
What we at with it? Man, we in North Haven, Tennessee, man.
He really don't have no motherfucking like,
man, what's your rap name for the people that don't know?
My name is Zayy Staccs, man.
So how long you been rapping, my boy?
I ain't gonna lie, I just started rapping. I ain't even been rapping a full 6 months, man.
Damn.
I'm 17.
What's something you would change or you wouldn't change nothing about this shit?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. The way life going, I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't change shit about this shit right now. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I just got shot in November. I was just broke last year.
It's like, how that shit make you feel like getting shot and surviving and shit like that, man?
15 lesson learned.
15?
On my mama, guy.
You took 15?
Still out here sliding.
15?
Memphis police say a man is dead and 2 others injured following a shooting that happened last night in Frazier. MPD says that shooting happened about 10:30 near a smoke shop on Frazier Boulevard near Ardmore Street.
That's sad.
Search is on for 2 people accused in a deadly shooting in Frazier. Carolyn, tonight the vape store has an open sign on it, but it's not open tonight. Police has shared that this argument started inside this vape store, and within minutes it spilled outside and turned deadly.
We got our hands on the surveillance video that shows people just running from that store.
A scary Saturday night at Sonny's Exotic Smoke Shop in Fraser, as multiple people can be seen running outside the store at 10:21 p.m. One man didn't make it far.
We've blurred the image of a 17-year-old boy who died in the doorway.
You shot's great, but you shot late.
Boy, let me trying to,
This is the Rundown Podcast.
And it's sad because it's all for clout.
I'm gonna give you the rundown.
Either they don't know,
Never mind. We might
or don't care about what's going on in the hood.
Never mind.
In the murderous, treacherous trenches of
Memphis,
Tennessee,
on Zayy Staccs.
crime is still running rampant.
Because I found an interview.
Despite the National Guard being deployed there by the government. And guess what?
So you might talk about
The residents are still worried that, crime is going to spiral out of control even more with more murders, more robberies, more carjackings, more senseless killings are being done every day. A lot of the residents there are scared for their lives. Many are saying that they can be anywhere at any given time and a shootout just might start happening. They get caught in a crossfire. And many innocent people are losing their lives and many people are getting injured from this type of activity that's going on around the city of Memphis. In a neighborhood of Memphis called Fraser, where they've seen an uptick in rise of crime lately, you have a story of an up-and-coming aspiring rapper from Memphis, 17 years old, known to his fans as Zayy Staccs, known to family and friends as Xavier Jackson, lost his life there at a smoke shop, a vape shop there, called Sonny's Smoke Shop. Xavier was only about an hour and a half away from celebrating his 18th birthday, and according to reports, Memphis police are investigating a shooting Saturday night at a Fraser smoke shop that left a 17-year-old dead and 2 others in critical condition, according to the officials. A scary Saturday night at Sonny's Exotic Smoke Shop in Fraser was caught on camera as multiple people can be seen running outside the store at 10:21 p.m. The teen didn't make it far as others trampled over him. He was on the ground in the doorway for 9 minutes before Memphis police arrived on the scene. Next door at Magic Wireless, WREG met the store's owner, who would not speak on camera but showed us inside the store where multiple bullets entered. One hitting the wall, another hit the glass case full of merchandise, and one more hitting his computer. He said he spoke with the owner of Sonny's Exotics, who is currently in the hospital after getting shot in the back. He was told that the altercation had occurred between 2 customers inside the shop, but he was unclear as to why they were fighting. His account matches what officers reported. The teen was pronounced dead on the scene, and 2 people, one 34 and the other 32, were taken to the hospital in critical condition, according to police. Investigators say early information shows that a disturbance inside the store before the shooting happened involved 2 of the victims and 2 unidentified men. Of the 5 unidentified men that can be seen running from the store after the shooting, police are looking for the man in all black seen running and the man in the blue shirt who tramples over the victim. After a teenager was left dead and 2 others in critical condition, Fraser resident Derenika shared her thoughts on the incident.
The crime in Fraser, I think, is pretty much higher than any crime in Memphis. It's so bad where I don't even let my child go outside.
Memphis a war zone out there.
The search is on for 2 people accused in a deadly shooting in Fraser. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Carolyn Serta. Memphis police say this started with a disturbance inside of a store and ended with 3 people shot. One of them did not survive. Carolyn, tonight the vape store has an open sign on it, but it's not open tonight. Police have shared that this argument started inside this vape store, and within minutes it spilled outside and turned deadly. Tonight, investigators are still working to piece together who all was involved. Now, gunfire erupted Saturday night in Frazier, killing a man and injuring 2 others, according to Memphis police. Officers responded to the 2200 block of Frazier Boulevard just before 10:30 p.m. When they arrived, they found 3 men with gunshot wounds. 1 man was pronounced dead at the scene, and the other 2 were rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Now, MPD says preliminary information shows the shooting started with a disturbance inside the store involving the 2 injured men and 2 unidentified men who later left the scene, one in all black and the other wearing a blue shirt. Now, we're still working to learn the identity of the man killed and any more information about the gunman. Police are urging anyone with information to contact Crime Stoppers.
After the death of Zayy Staccs, his name will start going viral on social media for being caught up in that smoke shop shooting that left him deceased there in the doorway, as the news reports described, being left there for 9 minutes until MPD showed up. Wow, that's cold. Many people started pouring in their condolences and their prayers and started to, give more information on who was involved in this incident that took place there at Sonny's Smoke Shop. And Zayy Staccs lost his life just an hour and a half right before his birthday, his 18th birthday. On many different various Facebook posts, people would start naming the man who was with Zayy Staccs when this whole ordeal took place at that smoke shop. Castelia Cam, also a rapper who has videos out on YouTube as well.
Trap never closed, no. Walk what I pulled up. I never fold out. Micro, it can't fold up. Got her on the road, 2-3 hoes on the way to Vegas. She wanna play with me, but I don't play hoe. I am not no snake.
He was with Zayy Staccs at the time of the shooting, leaving him injured and having to be hospitalized, along with the store manager who, as I reported earlier, was shot in the back during the whole altercation. Castelia Cam and the store owner were rushed to the hospital and they were in critical condition, but they are expected to survive. Unfortunately for the up-and-coming Memphis rapper, Zayy Staccs, he would lose his life there at that Sunny Smoke Shop in Frazier.
See, that's the only thing I don't like,
tonight, a group of men seen running caught on surveillance cameras after a shooting in Frazier left 1 man dead, 2 others in critical condition. Startling surveillance video Saturday night. Seconds after a shooting, you see a group sprinting from a smoke shop. But one of those people didn't make it far. We've blurred the image of a 17-year-old boy who died in the doorway. Back at Sonny's exotic smoke shop, but one of those people didn't make it far. We've blurred the image of a 17-year-old boy who died in the doorway. Back at Sonny's exotic smoke shop off Frazier Boulevard today, 1, 2, 3, 4 bullet holes covered the front window of the now-closed business. Memphis police tell us a 32-year-old and 34-year-old were also injured in the shooting. Sources tell WREG the violence broke out after 2 people inside the smoke shop got into an argument. Tonight, the search is on for those responsible. Sandra Bibbs says hearing a teenager was killed hits home. As far as the presence of the Memphis Safe Task Force and the National Guard, these people we talk to hope as a community there can be improvement and not rely on law enforcement.
MPD did not give a car description of the suspects that were running from the smoke shop after the shooting. And this lets us know that according to the video footage that was put out, the surveillance footage on this, showing the incident, these guys didn't look to be jumping in any type of vehicle, leading us to believe that they left and fled on foot after the shooting.
That's what we trying to tell you, man. You rapping with guns and music videos.
I'm pretty sure they
that
have
shit
all
is bringing
these
bad
guys'
karma.
identities, being that they probably, walked into the smoke shop with no mask on, being that it wasn't a robbery being reported. Okay, from what we know, these guys had an altercation in the smoke shop inside. Okay, so no telling how long
I'm telling y'all rapping with guns, nigga. It's just bringing back karma,
so,
nigga. Like, bro, you can have guns.
Puzzled they haven't put out the actual faces for these individuals who were in the smoke shop. That's kind of, weird at this point. At the same time, you're dealing with a homicide. of another teenager who was just about to turn 18, in a couple more hours before that shooting. And here you have a situation where they're only putting out so much footage showing these guys running away, and it's very grainy footage of the surveillance video that they put out. Investigators say that the shooting was not random. According to early findings, an argument broke out inside the store involving several men, and what started as a verbal dispute quickly escalated. Witnesses reported seeing the group move outside, tensions rising, and then the eruption of gunfire that sent bystanders scrambling for cover. Police are still piecing together who fired first and what the argument was about, but they believe more than one person may have been armed. Detectives spent hours processing the scene, collecting shell casings, reviewing surveillance footage, and trying to track down witnesses who fled during the chaos. And that could also be something other people who were there shopping at the time, right? All those people who fled from there, right? They are witnesses to this homicide that took place, okay? And they're trying to track down witnesses who fled from the chaos. No arrests have been announced, but authorities say that they are pursuing multiple leads and are urging anyone with information to come forward. So, like I said, I'm pretty sure they got all these people on camera. They're just, not releasing the inside footage yet because, this right here would give everybody a clear picture of who everybody is. But that could, put the other people who were witnesses' lives at stake. But you have the owner back open again. He has this smoke shop back, open for business. So obviously, if he's still in the hospital, they haven't given an update, but he was shot in the back. Either he's back at work or, his family done opened back up. So he's not concerned about being a witness. Now, internet rumors will start circulating about what took place at that smoke shop to cause this deadly shooting and the death of Zayy Staccs. And many people have their own opinions and many people have their own narratives as to what possibly could have transpired at that smoke shop in Frazier. But as of now, we don't know exactly what they were arguing about. But one thing we do know is that Zay had already been through a previous situation where he had been shot 15 times, as he stated in that 5-month ago
tough, man. You survived a 15-time shot and you
he
still
was
don't fuck shit.
appearing in on YouTube, and just about the hood in North Haven and things of that nature, how he came up and how he started rapping. Okay, he gave the story about how he had been shot 15 times and survived.
Man, where we at with it, my boy? Where we at with it?
North Haven, Tennessee, man. Middle of nowhere, man. The land, man.
Man, what's your rap name for the people that don't know?
My name is Zayy Staccs, man.
Man, y'all, we in the middle of the store right now. Can anybody just post up in the store like this, show this shit? Damn, man. So nobody can't do this, bro. Nobody can't do this. How this shit make you feel like you're trying to survive?
That we need the most, bitch.
Lesson learned.
15?
On my mama,
you took 15?
Still out here
Shot all them niggas running and nobody shot back.
Stacks will speak out on
You got all them
Facebook,
niggas running, but nobody
and she will
shot
also
back.
make a post saying
Nobody
that this
said they
shit is
gonna
unreal,
fly.
man.
Right,
Little brother, I saved you once. Being able to take care of you in the hospital was the best feeling a big sister could experience. Zayy Staccs, I'm so hurt I couldn't save you this time, twin. Heartbroken emojis with the exclamation mark.
Yeah, that would have been the worst
Okay,
feeling.
now,
The
when she
nigga
posted
in
this on
the
Facebook,
hospital,
she was
bitch.
talking about
Bitch, I was like, damn,
what Zayy
bitch,
Stacks
what
had
the
mentioned
fuck
in his
going on?
interview. That he had been shot 15 times and survived.
They like my cousin
She
right
will
there.
also go live on her Facebook page with more family members, and she will give more insight from what the knowledge that they had, about the whole situation and the occurrence at the smoke shop and what took place. This is what they said happened, okay? And despite of what the social media and the internet rumors were that took place at the smoke shop, this is what the family had to say.
I'm talking about I got a word. You on a shirt? That don't even sound right. That don't even feel right.
Damn, the family entertaining the beef is insane.
You could survive.
Boy, the family entertaining the beef is insane. No cap.
They ain't got nothing to do. If I knew it had something to do with you, I know you went out with a bang to the eyes and straight. Because this ain't had shit to do with you. Damn, Zay, you should saw mama face expression. And we just told her what happened. We so lost for words right now. We motherfucker really can't even say too much. Cause it's like, damn. That's all what a motherfucker really can say. Damn. But there's some crazy ass shit. There's some wild ass shit. It wasn't even supposed to go like this. It's hitting. It's hitting hard. It's hitting. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, this hitting hard. She had a flashback. She was gay. She was there the first time. Nobody got hit like that. And she did everything I told her to do until we made it there. She
I don't know if I want to do if I want to do the interview next, or if I still want to do the O51MELLY. Let's put it together. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to see the side. But I mean, I could do both. But I could just do all about.
Able to take care of him at work. And was there with him through all 3-4 his surgeries. That shit hit. That shit hit.
It's better than finding the right.
That shit hit.
Now, according to the sister, as you heard, the family is saying that whatever occurred at that smoke shop, this argument, right, this disruption that went on up there had nothing to do with Zay. And that, you know, he lost his life for nothing, basically. Right? Behind something he had nothing to do with. So this right here is telling us a lot. And, you know, you have people comment. Now, I seen a comment that caught my attention, right? And this would, you know, definitely contradict with what the family is saying, because this comment, it states that y'all can crack y'all's jokes, but it took 5 MFers against 1 YN. Meaning that I guess and assume that they're talking about Zayy Staccs, who lost his life. Now, we know Cam was also there and he was injured, right? Cam is older. And so with them saying this, you know, it makes me wonder, what do they know about this situation that hasn't came out yet? Or is this just, you know, information that somebody's trolling with? But, you know, being that all those people did run out that store, look like more than, you know, 5 people, or maybe right at 5 people.
I'm thinking about it, but I might as well do the O51MELLY.
You know, this right here was very
O51MELLY case
alarming
type shit.
That they made
like
this
how it went down, you know what I'm saying?
Being that this information
like,
was not put out there by law enforcement or by the family. And we got to keep in mind, like I stated earlier, okay, they have the inside footage of inside the smoke shop when this altercation took place. They could see how many people engaged in this argument, if it was actually a 5 against 1 situation. They never said that, okay? They said that it was 2 men that got in an argument with 2 other men, okay? And a total of 3 people were shot, including the store owner, and 1 teen ended up losing his life, and the other guy who was with the teen, which has to be Castelia Cam, he was hospitalized, right? So, you know, this whole situation of a 5 against 1 YN, you know, I don't understand if that's going to be something that comes out later, right? Because how did this person get this information if this is valid? Now, even though the authorities have put out a description of the clothing, right, that these suspects were wearing, nothing concerning their facial features or their hair, right, skin color. I guess they just assume that we're supposed to know that these suspects are black, right? So, you know, this right here says a lot that, you know, they don't want to put out too much. They're not going to put out too much, as, you know, nothing else has came about. No suspects have been brought to justice behind this. And the streets are talking, and, you know, not only are they talking, a lot of people are saying they know exactly, you know, why this took place and why it happened. Now, with the initial rumor about how Zayy Staccs died at that smoke shop, right, was circulating on the internet, it was people disputing that. And this right here also goes along with the narrative that people were saying that they knew exactly what happened and why it happened to Zayy. Okay, and somebody commented saying that that's not why his ass died, little bruh. Ain't nobody from his hood do that shit. What you talking about? We know who did this shit and why it happened. So once again, you know, the streets
No.
are claiming that, you know,
Woo-wee.
they already got it solved
Boy, this
without,
is some crazy
you know, the
ass
police
shit, man.
putting out more information and, you know, suspects being arrested. The streets are already saying they know why this occurred and who made it occur. It was tragic news of the rapper Zayy Staccs, better yet known to his family and friends as Xavier Jackson, dying a day right before his birthday. And it was only hours away, like an hour and a half.
Damn, he died before
right
a day before his birthday?
12
That's
o'clock
tough.
on November 16th struck.
Damn.
That would have deemed him an 18-year-old. But unfortunately, he didn't get to make it to see the age of 18.
This nigga died one day before his birthday.
Peace
It's
and
insane,
condolences
bitch.
go out to the family of Xavier Jackson in their time of bereavement. So, fam, this was the story of a 17-year-old inspiring Memphis rapper, Zayy Staccs, who lost his life too soon to the streets.
At 17 years old.
The Guardian.
Gun violence, the murders, treacheries, trenches of Memphis, Tennessee. Most of the times when people leave this earth and they leave loved ones wondering what could they have done to possibly save this person, possibly, you know, kept that person from going down a certain path that they were on. Well, Xavier Jackson, better yet known as rapper Zayy Staccs, he did have an athletic background, being that he was playing football.
Oh, shit.
And before the streets corrupted him, before he jumped off the porch,
It usually like
he
that,
had
you know,
something
niggas be really
going
good
on
at
that could have
specific
very
sports and
well
shit.
changed the course of that young man's life.
So how long you been rapping, my boy?
I ain't gonna lie, I just started rapping. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even been rapping a full 6 months, man.
So how old you if fucking that don't know?
I'm 17, 12.
Nigga, you 17? I thought you was about at least 21. Damn. So you still in school or you just graduated?
Yeah, no, I'm out of school. I dropped out 11th grade.
Damn. So why you drop out, fool? Like 11th grade, you had one more year.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah.
I know that, I ain't gonna lie, I realized out in school, shit, nigga wasn't really getting shit out of this shit, but time at the school, my nigga just dirt, doing unnecessary work, man.
So can y'all see
I ain't gonna lie, I grew up playing on this football field right there. You can put that on the camera.
So what the hell like a...
No Haven Bulldogs.
But just know that when you do decide to jump off the porch and you land in those streets, just know that there's a big chance that you could definitely get left in the streets. And y'all get in the comment section and y'all let me know what y'all think about this entire ordeal. And until the next time, this is OG Cardio TV, the latest in rap, hip-hop, celebrity, and nerd.
Gang, the only thing that it's not sitting right with me, man, out of all them niggas, ain't none of them niggas bust back. What's the point of having all them niggas around you with guns? And none of them niggas do nothing. So shout out to the Beyond the Fame celebrity story. We got Ambri, the backdoor queen of Chicago. That's the one who set up O51MELLY.
The backdoor queen, I really think personally that it came from the internet. The internet seeing her around big names, targets. I think that's what became like, you know, when you go from hood to hood as a female and you able to go, even if it's all good and people embrace you. Somebody, remember that one person I told y'all? That one person I told y'all about on the block? That one person will stir up some shit and like, man, she back doing people.
That's a fact.
You know? And once they hit the internet,
it's always the pretty hoes.
You know, you got the people
always the pretty
side
hoes
with you and study them be like, no, you know what? You got a baby. Don't hang with us.
Crazy as
You
hell.
got a baby. You got
backdoor niggas for no reason.
You know, but you don't got no real niggas these days like that to tell a female that. So they probably add a fuel to the fire like, yeah, you the backdoor queen. They got you as the backdoor queen. And she ran with her role like an actor.
10747 South Everhart. Got a male in a white truck just shot a female in the alley. Says she's been shot about 6 or 7 times, about arguing with the male in the truck with the shot spotter hit over there with multiple hits at that location. That's all I have this time. No further insights on 9. We're done.
Also known as Ambri or Bacc, was born on March 18, 1994 in Chicago, Illinois. To her mother, Tamika Collins, her dad wasn't really ever a part of her life, and she was raised primarily by her mother and her grandmother. She grew up in a neighborhood known as Gyro City, with some of their most well-known members being Dome, Motor, and Side. Ambri was beloved in her neighborhood. She was known for being funny, outgoing, with a lot of personality.
I will be out here and I won't call back to thank you. This bitch like Blade. You got a knife though? Very funny as hell. Okay. If I was 7 feet. Exactly. If you 5.
Gyro was also clicked up with STL EBT, St. Lawrence, and Eberhard, who had members such as FBG Duck, Wooski, KI, FBG Cash, FBG Brick, and many more. Despite originally being from Gyro City, Ambri would spend a lot of time in STL EBT territory. She was also cool with other sets such as Dro City and THF, the Trigger Happy Family, with one of their most prominent members being THF Bacc. This is interesting because she was also cool with one of THF Bazz's biggest rivals, O51MELLY. Ambri was never an active gang member. Just like other kids growing up in the inner city, she had no choice and simply had to adjust to her environment. In the summer of 2013, events would take place that would cause a fracture between STL EBT and their alliance with Gyro City. The story goes that FBG Duck's brother Brick was supposed to be going on a drill with members of Gyro City. They were headed to Parkway Gardens to slide on members of O Block, but something went wrong along the way, and they ended up robbing Brick for his guns and kicking him out of the car in the middle of O Block, which is basically a death sentence. It said that on that very same night, FBG Brick tracked down each of the dudes that were responsible and broke each one of their jaws. So for revenge, they all came back to a party that FBG Brick was attending and started to shoot at him. Brick was able to escape the gunfire, but an innocent bystander was hit in the crossfire, a 13-year-old named Taekwon Tyler. His death would lead to the creation of Taekwon World, a subset of STL EBT that was led by female shooter Jakira K.I. Barnes.
Brick had showed these thirsty motherfuckers from Gyro City. He showed them the gun. So they had Trick Brick and was like, oh man, we gotta get that gun from Brick. They broke ass. We gotta get that gun from Brick. How we gonna get it? Oh, we finna tell him we finna go to O Block and do a hit. So they told Brick that they was finna go on a hit to O Block. So Brick was like, hell no, I ain't getting to y'all. I'll go with y'all. So they walk over there. So when they get over there, they Buncho and Lil Wayne in the game went with them. They tell Brick, hey, I'm gonna do the shoot. And when they got the gun from Brick, they upped on Brick and told him this they gun now.
RC covers aren't just engineered.
This they gun now.
Though Ambri grew up on that side, she felt like her guys from Gyro City were wrong. They were wrong for dropping FBG Brick off in O Block territory, and they were wrong for coming back and shooting up the party and killing 13-year-old Taekwon Tyler. She always kept her ties to Gyro City, but began to spend more time in STL EBT territory. Although by late 2013, Ambri began to slow down her activities on the block and being outside. She found out that she was pregnant by her boyfriend, Teddy Gage, and when her son was born in 2014, she knew that she had to dedicate her life to her baby. She started to work 2 jobs so she could provide for her son to make sure that he had everything he needed. And even though she eventually broke up with her boyfriend, Teddy Gage, she still made sure that he was a part of Angelo's life because she knew how important it was for a child to have a father. Over the years, Ambri's name became more synonymous with STL EBT than her home turf of Gyro City. She was well liked by members of the gang, and it said that a lot of the guys felt like she was attractive and had a crush on her. This included King Get Right, but it said that she viewed him more as a little brother than a love interest. But there were rumors that she had a situation going on with FBG Cash, and they also seemed extremely flirtatious during vlogs. Ambri became one of the top faces for 63rd, not because she was on the front lines as a shooter, but simply because she was well known and popular.
Her name rang out in different areas because she was cool with so many different gangs, even when they were at war. She was also prominently featured in STL hood blogs, standing out amongst the crowd.
You my favorite hype man, though. Real shit, I say that every day.
Come on. Don't tell me to sit. I don't want to sit down. I ain't gonna do it, though.
But Ambri's popularity also brought rivals. She had an ongoing beef with a girl named Shay Styles, who went on Instagram Live and challenged her to a fight when they were both on the same block.
This bitch so scary. Scary. She knows when I run up on her ass, they gonna want to break it up. Bitches do not want to walk down the street. Let's walk down the street, Bree.
I mean, she out there. But she is standing by her people, though, so they know there's going to be some good.
Let's walk down the street.
Growing up on the south side of Chicago, death is something that Ambri became extremely familiar with, losing multiple people that she knew along the way. Taekwon Tyler in 2013, K.I. in 2014, Booby from Gyro City in 2015, FBG Brick in 2017, along with TB and Poppy. It was an unfortunate common occurrence, but 2018 would prove to be an exceptionally deadly year. In April, she lost the father of her child to cancer. She mourned his death online and also vowed that she would always be there for their son Angelo. This would also be the year that she gained a reputation for being the backdoor queen of Chicago after she had a run-in with a man named Ronald Crump, also known as Mubu Crump, or the scorekeeper, because of his propensity to keep score of all of the bodies that were dropping in the gang wars in Chicago. He was constantly seen online making fun of his ops, especially Little Durk's cousin, Newski. Crump was also very close to O51MELLY and would often insinuate that Melly was the one who killed Little Durk's cousin.
Them left Newski. They left his ass right here. You feel me? They left his ass up here on folks in them tweak. Buying some shoes. Y'all see real niggas be up here though. Nigga play with me up here on folks in this deals with bitch on the news. I look like Newski. Hit his ass up right here on Pac. I'm with the nigga that did. He don't want to be on camera though. Hit his ass up right here on Pac. You hit me? They fuck my boy up. Right here, you feel? Historic events. Y'all know I'm gonna bring y'all around this shit. Historic events. Wish a nigga would play with me, boy. I look like Newski.
I remember in real time some of the stuff he used to do, folk, and how bad wanted Crump. Like, folk went to Chino death site, folk. You could tell he ordered a burger, folk, before he got up there, folk.
Y'all got that order for Newski? Chino burger.
Like, y'all got that Chino burger on the Newski. Oh, what the f*** is he on? On BD, folk, they really handed this man some food, folk. I'm like, oh, BD, folk, he tweaking, folk, bro, grade, folk. He had folk them so heated, folk. Man, that man started trolling the hell out of Chino, folk. Then he doing all this on live, which is making look wild as hell too. Like everybody in the city acting like they looking for this man, and he on this on live trolling him up, dropping his low.
So tasty, it could make
25th, 2018, a house party was taking place on the 6800 block of South Morgan, and Ambri was in attendance, along with Mubu Crump and O51MELLY. A perfect storm of events would take place that would turn extremely deadly, because Mubu was cool with Ambri due to the fact that he was from Dro City, and she was good with Melly as well. But on this night, something was different. They both started to press Ambri about being cool with THF, the Trigger Happy family. Mubu Crump had just lost a cousin, and Melly had just lost an uncle, and they were both extremely upset about it. They told her that she was playing both sides, and started to clown her at the party in front of everybody, to the point that she was extremely embarrassed. Ambri didn't like the way that Crump and Melly had came at her, treating her like a lame in front of everybody, and it said that she decided that she was gonna get revenge. While still at the party, she called Can't Get Right from STL, because she knew that he had a crush on her and he would do anything to impress her. Once she told him about what happened to her at the party, he was absolutely furious. Once Ambri gave him the location, Can't Get Right knew that this would be his opportunity to kill two birds with one stone. He could impress Ambri, and he could take out two of his enemies. They had friction dating back to 2017, when a video surfaced of Can't Get Right dropping wise right in front of O51MELLY, which is disrespectful to his gang. And just a few weeks prior to the party taking place, Can't Get Right had gotten jumped in Dro City by people who were affiliated with Mubu Crump. And to make matters worse, after it happened, Mubu Crump got online with O51MELLY and laughed at Can't Get Right about it. Can't Get Right didn't appreciate this at all, and by this time he had gained a reputation as a feared shooter as well. O51MELLY and Mubu Crump stepped outside of the party to take some pictures near an alleyway. Little did they know, Can't Get Right was already lurking. He opened fire with dozens of rounds, hitting Mubu Crump twice in the arm and twice in the torso. He also hit O51MELLY a total of 6 times, including being grazed in the head. Mubu Crump would be pronounced dead at the hospital, while Melly would survive his wounds. 3 days later, Can't Get Right would be arrested for the shooting, but he would immediately be released. And 10 days after that, FBG Wooski would be arrested with the gun tied to Mubu Crump's death. It's extremely common for gang members to pass guns amongst each other, so it's highly probable that Can't Get Right passed the gun to Wooski, and that's why he was caught with it.
Did he even get to fuck the bitch?
Survived
like,
the shooting,
damn,
the
bitch,
plan
you want me to show
backfired
some party, bitch,
and he was gonna be gunning for whoever was responsible as soon as he found out who it was. It's said that Motor and Side from Gyro City are the ones who told O51MELLY that Ambri was the one responsible for dropping the location and putting everything into play.
Ambri, Melly, Crump, they go to the party on 68th and Morgan. You know, it's possibly Crump's birthday party. And during the party, like I said, Ambri, she got ties to THF, she got ties to multiple hoods. STL, EBT, Gyro, THF, Dro City, all type of shit. So boom. During the party, Melly and Crump get to picking at Ambri. They get to talking crazy to Ambri because her ties to THF. And everybody know they locked in a deadly war. Like Melly and Crump, they locked in a deadly war with THF. Like THF, they killing Melly homies. Crump homie Kurt Mack. Melly uncle just got killed by one of the THF members and shit like that. So they on her ass about that shit. Like, man, you rocking with dude now, whatever. You know we into it. Like we killing them, they killing us. So they on bullshit with Ambri. They damn near making her feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? So Ambri end up feeling disrespected, you know, by the shit that Melly and Crump saying to her about the THF shit. So the whole time she knowing that Crump people just Can't Get Right, which is her little brother. So like, word, y'all tweet with me about this goof ass THF shit, and then y'all just put hands on my little brother the whole time, and then she in the party with him. You know what I'm saying? So the whole time, you know, she decided to contact Can't Get Right, man, and drop low. She ended up deciding to drop contact Lil Can't Get Right and drop low to Lil Man, knowing what's gonna happen. She know what's gonna happen, you know. So boom, she dropped low. Can't Get Right, he thirsty, so he on it. So boom, Melly and Crump decided to go outside and take pictures. Can't Get Right, he come to the party. He see Melly and Crump.
I mean, he did beef with the niggas,
when Ambri found out what Motor Inside had done, she felt betrayed because she was from Gyro City too, and she believed that they had basically just put a hit out on her by telling Melly that information. But Ambri wasn't the only one in danger. The man responsible for pulling the trigger was now in the line of fire, because on June 15, 2018, Can't Get Right was inside of a restaurant on the 400 block of East 63rd. He was with a group of other members from STL EBT. They all left out in a group before him. He was the last person out, but as soon as he stepped outside the door, 2 gunmen ambushed him. He was shot numerous times and would later be pronounced dead. And a 43-year-old innocent bystander named Troy Hampton was also murdered in the shooting. Can't Get Right, gaining the reputation of a shooter, made him a high priority target for his rivals. Word began to spread that it was STL's ops that were right across the street who were responsible for Can't Get Right's death. For years, O-Block and STL EBT had been locked in a deadly war, with multiple bodies dropping on both sides, and O-Block was claiming Can't Get Right's. And if there was any doubt, King Von made an infamous IG Live video where he was roasting Can't Get Right in his death, making fun of him with the comment section.
Damn, this shit wrong.
The feeling you get when you know you
Can't get right. There you go. Can't get right because I can't get right.
Everybody know that one time. What just happened?
You said?
Everybody don't speak at work.
Hold on. What just happened?
A lot of police is
You right there with your hand. You tell me what happened. What's your name? Diddy from Fox? What happened?
That's what happened.
Who got killed? That's what I'm asking y'all.
I think the two apps they like be the craziest
You right there in the back.
Instagram and Facebook. I don't know why Instagram and Facebook got so much negative like aura to it.
Right got killed.
You know what I'm saying? Like YouTube kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because YouTube videos like rapping videos. But something about Instagram and motherfucking Facebook, nigga. It's like, bro, that shit makes no damn sense to me, bro.
This how he look. This what he look like.
No cap.
This ain't called snitching. I'm just trying to get verified. You get verification. They tell us can't get up.
Nigga said can't get up is insane. Nigga said can't get up.
But there's also another theory surrounding the death of the person that Ambri considered her little brother. Can't Get Right. Some people believe that it was O51MELLY who had killed Can't Get Right, and that the other shooter who was with him was actually from Dro City, the same set as Mubu Crump, Melly's friend who was murdered. Ambri would take to social media to mourn the death of her friend Can't Get Right. It's also said that Ambri was under the belief that it was O51MELLY who had gotten to Can't Get Right, and feared that one day he was going to get to her too. She was upset that she was in this situation and blamed Motor Inside because they're the ones who allegedly told Melly that she tried to backdoor him. After the incident happened, she tried to play it cool with Motor Inside, acting like she didn't feel away or know about what they told Melly. Booski dropped the diss track Computers that gained millions of views on YouTube and all across social media. And FBG Duck dropped his platinum single Slide and also signed a lucrative record deal. And Ambri was in the middle of every music video enjoying the success and clout. But it's rumored that in January of 2019, she would execute her second backdoor, and it would be against people from her own set, Gyro City, Motor Inside, the two people who she felt were responsible for ratting her out to O51MELLY and putting her on his op list. The story goes, on January 3rd, 2019, Ambri was riding around with Motor Inside, along with another man from a gang called Geo Drive. And it said that she dropped their location to a rival gang that she was cool with, THF. She let them know that she was in the back seat and Motor Inside were in the passenger and driver's seat, so they would know where to aim. And as they were driving on the 5000 block of South Indiana, near Golo gas station, their vehicle was open fire on, but only in the front and passenger seat. And according to witnesses, it was done in a drive-by fashion. Motor was hit twice in the head and once in the torso, and Side was hit once in the chest, and both men would be pronounced dead at the scene.
Like the post with Can't Get Right when she was mourning Can't, that was a real mourning post. When Can't Get Right died and she made a post about Get Right, that was real. That was real, because the whole time it hit her hard.
So it didn't matter that he took out two niggas.
But now,
but they had beef before, so I guess I get it, but damn, bitch.
And now you got Motor Inside over here telling Melly, like, no, it wasn't just Can't Get Right. Ambri the one, like, then Ambri was in on it too, so now she mad at Motor Inside, like, y'all finna get me killed. Dude, she just killed my little homie, and y'all steady telling him that I was in on it too. He finna come kill me, so she already did one back though, so she on some shit like, alright, it's time for another back though. You know, y'all throwing me under the bus, I'm finna throw y'all up under the bus.
5 o'clock in the morning,
damn,
still outside, me and my toy. Who there were the police? Fuck 12. Grind down home.
Fuck 12, nigga.
Cool.
Goofy shit.
Who that might call up? You know him?
But the second theory is that O51MELLY was the only person in the back seat, and for reasons unknown, he ended up snaking his friend's Motor Inside. This was backed up by an alleged report from the Chicago PD that named O51MELLY as the shooter. Ambri's reputation as the backdoor queen of Chicago was on the rise, with the word circulating that she was setting people up to be murdered. And after the death of Motor Inside, she didn't help to dispel the rumors. She would post on social media to mourn the death of Motor Inside, but many people felt like her post was more disrespectful, and she almost seemed like she was happy with it being filled with laugh out loud and laughing emojis. She would also post rap lyrics that referenced pretty girls setting dudes up in the hood to be murdered. People who knew her said that Ambri had a crazy sense of humor, and she was probably just joking when she posted those things. But when you post stuff like that on the internet, and you already have a reputation, it only takes one person for the situation to turn deadly serious. Because in the early morning hours of January 25th, 2019, Ambri would be found shot to death in an alley near South Eberhard. According to witnesses, they could hear an argument taking place in a white SUV. Then a man pushed Ambri out of the vehicle, stood over her, and shot her 12 times at point-blank range in the chest.
Units and 5 units on the city. We're getting a shot spotter hitting a person shot 10747 Eberhard, 10747 South Eberhard. Got a male in a white truck that shot a female in the alley. Says she's been shot about 6 or 7 times, about arguing with the male in the truck with the shot spotter hit over there with multiple hits at that location. That's all I have this time. No further insights on 9. We're done.
Due to the overkill-type nature of the murder, many people felt like it wasn't random, and that it was O51MELLY who had finally caught up to Ambri and got his get back for her setting him and Mubu Crump up that night. But some people dispute these claims, saying that Melly had nothing to do with it, and it was really just a domestic dispute that got completely out of control, and that was the argument that the witnesses heard before the gunshots rang out. Ambri's family was absolutely devastated by her death, and her beloved son Angelo lost his mom and his dad within the course of a year, and he would go to stay with his grandmother Rosie Collins. In September of that same year, her alleged shooter O51MELLY would be killed at a house party full of people, allegedly by a member of Taekwondo World named 007 Nate. It's speculation that it was done because of a personal beef between him and Nate, but some say that it was also get back for Ambri. And her good friend FBG Duck would be killed a few years later in August of 2020 after a brazen broad daylight shooting in Chicago's Gold Coast, an infamous hit that was carried out by members of O-Block. And the man she had romantic ties to, FBG Cash, would also be murdered in June of 2022 after a drive-by shooting at a Marathon gas station near 81st and Ashland. There are two sides of the coin when it comes to the story of Ambri. Those who believed that she was an innocent girl who ultimately became a victim to domestic violence, and there was no conspiracy theory surrounding it, while others say that she was really backdooring people. So that's what really led to her tragic demise. And Ambriana Collins, she was only 24 years old when she died. Rest in peace.
She's only 24. She's older than me. Rest in power, man. All these people and victims. Alright, gang, we back. So y'all gotta stay woke on both of these situations, man. It might kind of seem like it's kind of random, but it's gonna break down like, bro, like it's gonna be treachery anywhere. No matter where you at, it's always gonna be an altercation to where you know you got. I don't understand why people put guns on cameras anyway, because it's like that's bringing negative aura and negative energy around anyway. But like I tell y'all niggas, what's the point when motherfucker get ran down, you ain't got nothing on you in the first place? But like I said, man, we out this bitch, RP all the people in this video, and we out this bitch, hood and outside, big crip in the gang, outside shit.
Hey, Dad, you know, dog, when we link up, dog, this shit be legendary. You know this instrumental, you the engineer on it, so Kodak everywhere.